Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the only CAYO Perico heist guide you are going to need in 2025. In this video, we're going to be going over all of the setups together, the fastest, easiest way to do it, how to do it in hard mode if that's something you're interested in, and then completing the heist together without any cuts. So that is right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Like I say, today's video is going to be a fast, easy guide. I say fast, it's the fastest possible. I'm going to be walking you through all the setups, showing you which you should be doing, the fastest ways to do them, what you need to do, what you don't need to do, and then how to complete the heist. We'll do the entire thing together, and I'm going to be doing it in hard mode. So if you want to do it in regular mode, this guide still works for you. It'll just be even easier than I'm showing you. But I promise, even in hard mode, if that's something you're interested in, it's going to be super easy. You'll get 10% more money on the primary loot doing it in hard mode. You will get like one less life. You'll only have one life to be able to do it in. But if you follow this guide, you can do it. You don't need to worry about lives. It's going to be so easy. You don't need to worry about it. But I'll show you how to get into hard mode. You know what? Let's get straight into that. So real quick, guys, let's talk upgrades and modifications. You can see I have the missiles right here and stuff. You don't need it. You don't need it, okay? So we're going to the Kasaka right here. As far as this is concerned, the color, it's just cosmetics, right? It does go on sale every now and then, and it may go on sale at the end of this month for Black Friday, so just keep that in mind. But right now, you don't need to do it. So don't waste your money unless you need to. Mine's still stock. As far as the flag is concerned, mine's stock too. I love Scotland. I've been there. I want to go back again next year. But if you want to upgrade to any of these others, it's 25k. The Scottish one's free. That's the one I have. I can't click on these because I purchased them all, but I purchased them all for a video. The sonar station, the guided missiles, weapons workshop. You don't need any of these. The weapons workshop, I've never used it in this vehicle because we have weapons workshops in all of our other businesses. A lot of them are even free. You don't even need to pay for the weapons workshop. I mean, you can go to the freak shop, or you can just go to, if you have the Darnell Bros Garment Factory, they have a weapons workshop. You don't need it. Guided missiles, you don't need them. Sonar, you don't need them. Moonpool vehicles. Moonpool vehicles, though. You don't need the Kraken at all. You just don't need it. I only bought it because it was on sale, and I was like, yeah, why not? But the Sparrow, you do need. I think I talk about this a little later in the video, but you definitely need a Sparrow. It does go on sale every now and then. Make sure you pick it up. Or if you just complete one CAYO Perico, you should have enough money to be able to purchase it. I would definitely recommend purchasing it. If you do the CAYO, you plan to do the CAYO Perico a lot, this will make it so you can do the setups and complete it within like 35-45 minutes. Whereas if you don't have it, you're looking at like an hour and a half, 2 hours. It takes up so much more time if you don't own the Sparrow. So that's it for the upgrades and modifications. Like I say, we're going to be jumping in right now. I'm going to be doing it in hard mode. So let's get into it. All right, guys. So for this one, I want to do this in hard mode so that I get the maximum amount of money. Now, if you want to do it just in normal mode, you can go ahead and start this up. And I'm going to walk you through all of the setups and things like that here in a second. But for me, to make the most amount of money, and if you want to try this in hard mode as well, what you need to do is as soon as you complete a heist, you have like a 2.5 minute cooldown, and then Parvel will call you. And to get it in hard mode, as soon as Parvel calls you saying, okay, there's been enough time now, we can do another one, you need to accept or start up another heist within 48 minutes of Parvel calling you saying we're ready to do one. So what I'm doing is I have a heist right here that is ready to go. I'm just going to complete this one and then wait the 2.5 hours until Parvel calls me, and then we'll start it up. And that's where we're going to start up this guide, because I'm going to be doing all the setups. I'm going to be in hard mode, but the setups are not going to be any different. They're still going to be the same whether you do it in hard or not. The only difference in hard mode is you're going to get paid more, but you also only get one life. So if you die, that's it, done. There's also some like increased guards. They do say there's more cameras around as well. But either way, we're going to be doing it here today. I'm going to be walking you through it. Whether you're in hard mode or you're in regular mode, I'm going to show you it's super easy. So if I can do it in hard mode, you can definitely do it in regular. So I'm going to complete this, and then I'll be right back as we're starting this in hard mode. And just to be clear, the reason we're doing it in hard mode is because you just make more money. And especially when we get the Panther statue, you want to make that additional 10%. That's what you get. 10% more on the primary loot. Let's go. All right, guys, so you can see I just finished that one, and I've waited a little bit, and it says 100 grand. Set it up now. We'll set the heist to hard mode. Do you wish to proceed? Yes, please. So you can see we spent the 100k, and it is showing up red right now. You can see on the bottom right there, it says hard mode. That's because we've set this up in hard mode. Like I've said, that is what this video is all about, trying to make the most amount of money as possible while also just giving you a guide of GTA Online. If I can do it as easy as I'm going to show you in this video in hard mode, not only can you do it too, but you'll be able to walk through it as a breeze if you're doing it in regular mode. So let's get into it. All right, guys, in between that last clip and right now, we have found out the news that GTA 6 is being delayed until the end of 2026, which scares me because I think that just basically means 2027. But anyway, we're getting straight into it. We're going to jump in right now. I'm going to go through all of the setups with you and the heist here at the end. Let's do it. All right, guys, here we are about to launch up this guide here for you today. As I say, this is hard mode. You can do it in normal mode if you want. This doesn't make a difference for any of these setup missions. So the first thing you want to do is gather intel. Now, if you're new to the CAYO Perico heist, when you do the gather intel mission, you're going to want to go around the map, take pictures of things. For example, infiltration points. You can see them on my screen right here. All those white, like, triangles, those are infiltration points. So if you go over to those locations, take pictures, you'll unlock all of those infiltration points. Same thing with the escape points. You can see those are marked as triangles there too. Compound entry points. Those are going to be things that you take a picture with the camera when you're on the camera. I'll showcase that in a little bit, don't worry. And then points of interest. You can see I've only actually taken a picture of 2 of them. It doesn't matter. I've done this heist thousands of times and I've never, it doesn't matter. But anyway, let's go ahead, gather intel, show you the fastest, easiest way to do this. And it is kind of boring. The main boring part is driving the Velum. But anyway, so what you're going to do is go into your map first and foremost and just see where it is. So I can see it's all the way up there. We're not going to fly all the way over there or drive over there. So we're going to move our Kasaka a little bit closer. So if we go to fast travel, we're going to select right here. That seems close enough to me. Now, there is going to be a few cuts in this video, but it's mainly going to be for things like this, right? Where it's just like you don't need to sit here and hear me watch me do this part. It's kind of boring. So I will do some cuts in the video, but all of the things you're going to need to know about, don't worry, I won't miss out any of that stuff for your faces. All right, now we're going to go ahead and get into our Sparrow. Now, the Sparrow, I would definitely recommend purchasing, right? If you're new to the game, you probably don't have enough money to purchase this. This is going to make your life just so much easier, especially doing the CAYO Perico setup missions. I'm not sure if the moon pool vehicles, the moon pool is just the vehicles that you can store in your Kasaka. I don't know if they're on sale right now, but make sure you double check to see if they are. But the Sparrow is a must-have. Anyway, let's fast forward till we get to the location. All right, so here we are coming up to the location right here. Now, you used to be able to take out all of these people before you even landed. They changed it a little bit. So first, we're going to shoot at those 2 people standing in the middle. And then that one guy should run over towards the car. See, it doesn't even look like he's doing it. But anyway, next one, we're just going to shoot at the car right here. And then I'm not going to take out anyone else. There is a farmer up here, though. It looks like... What is this guy doing? You know what I mean? We just got some random guy on a motorcycle that's just mad at me. Like, what are you even playing at? Anyway, then we'll take out this final guy, get in our plane, and get out of here. So at this point, like I say, the most boring part of these setup missions is this. It is getting the Velum. I feel like... Why do we need to get the Velum every single time, man? Why do we need to get it every single time? But anyway, we're going to fly on over to the CAYO Perico right now. So let's fast forward until we get there. There's no faster way to do it. You just got to fly over there. So let's fast forward till we get there. All right, guys, here we are coming into CAYO Perico. I joke about this a lot. If you're new to the channel, you won't know. But I always say the Rockstar knows when I'm recording videos because they make it dark. What are the chat? Every time I come to CAYO Perico, it's never dark. No matter what time of day it is. I started this video, dark. CAYO Perico, dark. Everything's dark. If I start the CAYO Perico heist and it's dark, I'm going to be fuming. But anyway, we're here in the dark showing you how to do anything. Hopefully you can see what we're doing here. But it is what it is. So as soon as you spawn in, like right here, you're just going to run straight ahead until you get to this motorcycle right here that luckily is showcased by this light. So at least you can see it. As soon as you get on it, we're just going to go up here to the right. So we're going to swing right here again. Just makes it a little bit more difficult since it's so bloody dark. The bushes in the CAYO Perico are so awful, man. It's not like the bushes that are in bloody Los Santos. You hit one of these bushes and you will come flying off. The game bloody loves it. All right, anyway, we're just going to go down here. Like I say, just follow the path I'm going. Basically, just head over to this location. It doesn't matter if you take a slightly different path. And then you're just going to come up onto this side. And then we're going to go straight. Go full speed ahead. Don't worry about looking at the guards. If you're doing it the same speed I am, the guards aren't going to be looking at you. Ramp up over here. Hope not to go into the water. And boom, we're over. Don't need to worry about the guards. Don't need to worry about the cameras. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. All right, once you get to here, now it could be a different camera setup for you. There could be different guards going around, but essentially it's the same thing. Just make sure you're watching out that you're not getting hit by any of these cameras or guards. You can see there's a car coming. So we're just going to go ahead of that car that's coming there. We're going to swing right here. And we're just going to follow this little mountain, essentially, until we get to the road and then straight up here. And that is it, really. Because all we're doing is going to this tower right here. And that's the fastest, easiest way to do it. Now, once you get here, a couple things. You see on my mini-map, there's a guard. So you see this guard that's right here. If he's there, that means this communications tower is going to be upstairs. If you see no guard there, that means it's either going to be next to that door right there or next to this door behind me. So if you don't see a guard, it's much better. It means it's going to be much faster for you. If you do see a guard, you're just going to have to climb all the way, maybe up to the top, but you're going to have to climb up this thing either way. All right, it wasn't there on the first level for us, so we're going to try out the second level. All right, here we are on the second level, and it is here for me, thank God. We don't have to go all the way up to the top, but if it wasn't here, you're going to have to go up to the top. Now, for me, this should be the Panther statue, because when I'm recording this video, the Panther statue is back. But let's go ahead and get this thing done. So I'm assuming 70, and then 90, and then this one should do 4. There we go. Okay, as soon as you've done that, go into your phone and choose the Sightseer app. Now, this is the point when I said earlier where it's going to say the compound entry points. You're going to want to use these cameras to look. Now, I've already looked, so I don't really need to look at these cameras. But for example, the courtyard, if you're new to the CAYO Perico, you're going to want to just look around like this just because it'll unlock areas for you of like entries in. So for me right now... There she is, baby. This is the thing that we all like to bloody see. There she is. She's beautiful. If you see nothing in there, you're going to keep going to the left, and then you'll see someone standing here. So that's how you get that. Now, if you're doing this with other people, you can go to the basement storage and look around. You can go to all the other ones. For me, I always look at the office because they could have some paintings. There's not one on the wall there. Let's check the other wall. I wish Parvel would shut up. On the other wall, boom. So these give you, they fill up half of your supply bar. So it fills up half of your supply bar for your secondary loot. You'll see that when we're in the heist. So I'm going to keep that in mind because if I don't find anything good, we're going to come back or we're going to get this when we get here. All right, now that we've done that, if you're somebody that wants to scope out your secondary loot, you can jump off here and like parachute and you can go to whatever location you want to check out the secondary loot. If you want to go down here to like the mid map, if you want to go over to, oh, sorry, that's the farm right there. You got the mid map right here. You got the main dock over here. And then all the way over there, you can get there from here, is the North Dock. For me personally, it doesn't bother me. You don't need to scope out your secondary loot. I'm just going to get whatever is at the airstrip. And luckily for me, if there's nothing there that interests me, all I need to do is fill up half of it, and then we'll get the painting at the compound. So what I would do right here is I just jump off, and we just let ourselves die. Now, at this point, it's going to take us back to the plane. And once you're back at the plane, you can either just get in the plane and take you straight back to Los Santos, or, just for the sake of this video, I'll have a little look inside and see what's here. If they have Coca-Cola, that's perfect. I'll get some Coca-Cola and that painting. Or if they have 2 stacks of Coca-Cola, I'll get that here too. I'll throw up on screen right here so you can see the values of all these things, so you can make your decision and pause it and feel free to screenshot that. But cash is what's down here. Don't care about cash, to be honest with you, because it's on the bottom of the totem pole here. Upstairs, what do we have? It looks like more cash. More cash, so an absolute stinker. But if you are new to this game, if you don't have anything good there, there is another place you can go here at the airstrip. So if you run straight out and just go straight ahead right here. Don't worry about these guards. You can see that they've got like that white cone on them, which means they're not going to trigger the alarms or anything like that. Just run up here, jump over this wall, and this barn here has some more. I'm hoping for something a little bit better. It's so dark, I can't see anything. I hate it, the darkness in this game. It's actually 2 stacks of Coca-Cola. That is the best case scenario. So that's what I'll be getting during this heist, which means this is going to be the highest paying heist possible because we're going to have Coca-Cola as our secondary loot and the Panther statue for our main source. Now, if you want to get a disguise, there could be one up here. And luckily for me, there is one up here. So I may collect that. You don't need to. But if you are somebody that feels like you know, you may get caught. The disguise is always good. Fun fact, you don't need to go up there for it. Now that I know it's there, when I jump into the heist, all I need to do is come down here, and it just triggers it. So you can just come down here to do it. If there's no disguise there could also be a disguise right here. So you can pick it up here. And I'll throw a little map up on screen right here. This shows you where all the disguises are. But like I say, you don't need a disguise. This video I'm doing for you is a super fast, easy walkthrough. You don't need a disguise. And I may not even get that disguise just to prove to you guys that you don't need it. You can do it without. Anyway, now we're just heading back to the city. All right, and just like that, we're back. And thank God the bloody sun's out. Once you're back, though, all you're going to do is make sure that you have your preference right here set to the Casaca. And then you're just going to go to an invite-only lobby, and it'll take you straight back to the Casaca. But don't forget that there is a place right here as soon as you spawn in where you can get snacks, okay? Just in case you need snacks. I'm not even going to get armor for this heist. I don't have any armor. I'm not going to get any armor. Just once again to prove you guys how easy this is going to be. Okay, so now we're ready to do the setup missions, and they're all very easy. I'm going to walk you through them right here. So they're all going to be the same for you guys, whether you're doing it in easy mode or regular mode or hard mode, or if you have something that's in the case where you have to, like where my panther statue was, or if it's in the safe. Those are going to be two different missions. So when you go to equipment, for me, I'm getting the plasma cutter because I have to go through that case to get the panther statue, but it would say safe code here for you if you got something that is in the safe, which means you would have to go to the casino to get that. I'm not going to do that setup mission here today. I'll leave it linked in the description down below, one of my older setup guides, and that'll have the one with the safe in it if that's what you're interested in. But anyway, for me, the most important thing is going to be the vehicle. Now, if I had 2 paintings inside of the compound, that would mean I didn't need to go anywhere else to get secondary loot. If that was the case, I would choose the Casaca. It's a very easy setup mission, and all you would do is swim into the compound, get the primary and the secondary, those paintings, and then you would do the same escape we're going to do in this video. But since we're not just getting loot from inside the compound, we only had 1 painting. We're not even going to get that because we're going to get the Coca-Cola instead. We are going to need to go up to the airstrip, and the airstrip is definitely the meta, I would say, right now. You can go to the North Dock. I've done a video on that in the past. I'll leave that linked in the description down below as well, if you prefer that. And there's 3 different places you can get loot there as well. But for this video, I'm just going to be showcasing what I think is the easiest, and that is going to be the Longfin. Now, the Longfin setup mission isn't necessarily that easy. It's not hard, but it is one of the more annoying ones. So I've just checked my map. We are in the location that I want to be in, which is near the beach. And now we're just going to run to our Sparrow once again. Make sure, if you do the CAYO Perico heist once, you should get enough money to be able to pay for the Sparrow. And then, honestly, it just pays for itself going forward. Because without this, the setup missions in the CAYO, it could take you like 2 hours instead of what we're doing right now, which is going to take us like 45 minutes. It may be a little bit longer just because I'm trying to walk through every step for you. So anyway, I'm going to fast forward. We're just going to go to the police station. This could be one of like 4 police stations. It's the same method no matter what police station you go to. So I'm just going to fast forward until we get to this one. Now, I do want to mention, if you're going to be doing the CAYO Perico heist a lot, you are going to want to get the, not the pound. What's it bloody called? I'll show you in a second. But if you don't have your own truck, there is going to be some locations that you can go to, and I'll explain that here in a second. This is actually the worst police station you can go to because I feel like it always triggers the alarm even before I get in there. So I'm just going to try and lower it down right here so I don't trigger the police. So this will be the hardest one you can do. So if you didn't get this one, it'll be much easier. But you can see on the map right now, if you don't own a cab, you're going to have to go to one of the locations. Now, if you see this one has 2, it's going to be just a regular truck. It's not that fast. But if you go to the one that has 1, this is the one you're going to want to go to. It does have more guards there, but it is much better. But what that truck is, which is what I have because I do the CAYO Perico so much, is going to be, what's it? The Phantom Wedge. That's the one. Why did I have a brain fart, man? The Phantom Wedge. Definitely recommend you purchase it for yourself. It makes this specific setup so much easier. All right, so it's spawned for me right here. So if you don't own it, like I say, go to the one on your mini-map that has 1, and that'll be this vehicle right here. Now what we're going to do is we're going to back this thing up because we need to get, you can see that trailer right there. That is the boat that we need to get. Now, unfortunately, this one, like I say, is the worst police station you can go to, but it's fine. So what I would recommend is I would go to health and ammo, snacks, and just get ready to start spamming these things because we are going to start getting shot at here in a second. Like I say, we're just going to back this thing up. And we're going to trigger the alarm. There goes the alarm. We're going to run over some of these guys here so they don't shoot. Now I need to start eating some snacks. All right, we've picked it up. A few more snacks. And then we'll get out of that because I don't need to worry about that anymore. All right, out we come. Boop, boop. All right, we're out. And if you're in this location, you're just going to go straight right here. But if you're in any of the other locations, just go onto your map and set your spawn point for here, okay? But if you're not, or if you're in this location, you just go straight down this road right here. Now, I wouldn't worry about losing the police. If you lose them, that's great, obviously. But for me, I just want to try and get it done as fast as possible. And I feel like just trying to avoid the police can just make it so much more difficult. So I just drive straight to the location. So let me fast forward this a little bit so we get a little closer. All right, so here we are at the location. Again, bloody cops everywhere. What we're going to do is just break through here because it's a little easier than going through the gate. We're going to stop our vehicle right here, get out, and this is how we're going to lose the cops, okay? Again, it's just, it is what it is. I prefer doing it this way than doing it any other way. So we're just going to run up here. You can see the cops on the mini map. They're all over there. We're just going to run straight down this dock here. Hopefully you'll lose them before now, but if you don't, just run straight down this dock right here. Go behind here. And then we're just going to hug this wall. Whoa! Don't go in the water. Hug this wall. That's it. Now we're just going to sit here and wait. The cops should go before they get to us. So you can see they're coming towards us. It looks like their cones are going to hit us. But because we're hiding, they won't see us. They will eventually start running down this dock. But anyway, there you go. As soon as you'll lose them anyway. It doesn't matter. Anyway, you can see there's a challenge there for me as well this week. Escape a 3-star wanted level. Great. I'll take it. Now we're just going to run straight back to our truck, which is sitting here as we left it. We're going to get inside of the truck, and then we're just going to back it up here a little bit. And we didn't even need to. We were spot on with this one. And that's it. Like I say, probably the most difficult setup mission. Not that it's difficult. It's just, it takes a while and it's boring. But anyway, now we're going to do the same thing again. Online, find new session, invite only to take us back to the Kasaka. All right, now we're back. You can just swing around that corner there, like I say, and get more snacks if you need to. But I'm not going to do that right now. Don't feel like I need it. So we're just going to go straight back to our planning board, which is right here. Okay, so we've done the approach vehicle. Next up is going to be the equipment. You don't need demolition charges. We're not going to be blowing up the front gate. But what we do need is definitely the plasma cutter. Once again, just make sure we're in this location. It's not that it's that bad, that far away. But just to make it a little bit easier for myself, I am going to move us back over to the beach. So Vespucci Beach is just the easier one. Most of the time, you'll always be there. It's very rare that it moves over a little bit. But it is what it is. When you switch lobbies, doing the invite-only thing, it does move you. Sometimes. All right, so once again, we're taking our Sparrow. Makes your life so much easier. And we're just going to fly on over to the safe house. Now, the safe house could be, like, I think it's one of 3 locations. But it's going to be the same mission no matter what. So let's fast forward till we get there. All right, so for me, we got this safe house right here. So I'm just going to land our helicopter right here. And then we're going to go ahead and get inside. Now, there is a tip for this one. So as soon as we get inside, what you're going to want to do just to make this easier is just walk forward to here. Then pull out your phone and just take a picture. Boom. And then send to Parvel, and you can just turn around and head straight back out. You don't need to go over to the planning board, take a picture of it. Just as soon as you walk in, just walk forward, take a picture, and walk straight back out. Now we're just going to get straight back into our Sparrow. All right, now it should give us a location. Where's this one going to be? Right over here, Del Perro. Okay. Again, it could be in multiple different locations. It's going to be the same mission, just in different locations. We're going over to Del Perro, so let's fast forward. And the funny thing about this location is probably my least favorite as well. So I'm glad we're getting my least favorite ones, because then at least I can show you that if I can do these harder ones, you guys can do the easier ones. So we're going to try and get our rockets right in there, which we've managed to do. There's going to be a few cars. Oh, there's another guy down there. Can we... Oh, you know what? It's fine. We're just going to land this right here. These guys in the cars are very annoying. I hope I don't die right now. That would be unfortunate. Yeah, no way, man. No way, Jose. Or maybe if I don't pull my gun out. I used to take out these people in the cars with my helicopter, like beforehand. But in all honesty, I found that, you know what? It's an annoying mission. So I'm just going to go ahead and just land on the floor. I got bored of just wasting time taking these guys out. All right, one guy here. There's going to be more cars that spawn in. There's like 3 waves of them. So we're just going to get in our car or our helicopter and get out of here. You can see there's 2 more spawning in right there. We're going to ignore them. Straight back to our Kasaka. Like I say, I used to wait and take out the 3 waves of cars beforehand, but I was like, I'm just wasting time. Let's just land, eat some snacks, take the bullet damage, and get out of there. So anyway, another cool trick is as you're flying up to your Kasaka, you don't need to slow down. You can just, as soon as you get over where it is, just spam whatever it is to land. And you can just fly and it'll just automatically pull you in. All right, and there we go. Heist prep complete. And I would argue that what we've done so far, it's the hardest first. From here on out, it's a walk in the park. All right, next up for us, we're going to do equipment again and the fingerprint cloner. All right, back in our helicopter once more, and we're going to head on to the location. And like I say, this could be one of 3 different locations, but it's going to be the same mission. So let's just head there. All right, so for us, it is going to be this location right here. So we're just going to set our helicopter down right outside the front door. I'm going to ignore the cameras. You can turn the cameras off. To me, it's like, I just can't be bothered. Like, it doesn't matter. Just run straight in. Make sure you have your gun ready to go and just start shooting at them immediately. And then there's going to be 2 more. One of them right here. And then another one right here. That guy sometimes carries a shotgun, though. Or always does. Like you can see, he took off a lot of my health there. Now we're just going to wait here. Let's wait for bloody Parvel to finish yapping. All right, now we can get into the laptop. And again, this is really easy. You got to spell out Panthers. P-A-N-T-H-E... Oh, and just take your time. Otherwise, you have to start it again. Anyway, done. And then we're just going to leave. That easy. So from here, like I say, we got to go over to one of, it could be 3 different locations. So let's just fast forward until we get to the one that we have to go to here. It'll be the same exact mission, like the same setup, just in a different location. All right, and for me, it's this location right here. Now, for some reason, I always say screw the cameras. I always take the cameras out on these ones. I don't know. I mean, so what taking out the cameras does on this one is if you don't take the cameras out and you trigger it, when you leave this building, there'll be cars chasing you. Not that we really care because we're in a helicopter and we'll just get out of there quickly. But for me, this one just makes sense to take out the cameras, so we don't need to worry about it. Anyway, once you get down here, you're just going to swing a left right here. It could be right here, which it is, or it could be on one of those 2. And then you're just going to walk straight out. And then that's it. The sun's bloody going down again. I feel like it was just dark. Have we really spent that much time in this video that it's going bloody dark again? I feel like we haven't been taking that long. Anyway, we're just going to head back to the Kasaka now. I should also mention, you can see the global signal right there on the bottom right. Always do these setups and all of this stuff in an invite-only lobby. There is no benefit to do it in a public lobby. So you may as well just do it by yourself. Do it at your own speed without having to worry about some griefers or somebody coming to take you out while you're doing these setup missions. You don't need to be any more difficult than it is. Let's fast forward so we get back to the Kasaka. Oh, and just like before, we're just going to fly over here and lock in. All right, heist prep complete. Let's move on. I think we're basically done now, guys. I think we just have one last thing to do here. Like I say, we're not going to be doing the disruption. If you're curious about the disruption missions, I have a whole video on it. I will leave it linked in the description down below, like the fastest, easiest ways to do these. Essentially, if you do the weapons disruption, the guards will have crappy weapons, but we don't need to worry about it because we're not going to trigger the alarm anyway. The armor will make it so the guards don't have armor, and the air support will mean that there's no helicopters chasing you, except for El Rubio, when you trigger the alarm. But once again, we're not going to be triggering the alarm. But if you do decide to do these, make sure you complete them fully. Because if you just start them and then fail it, it'll say it's completed, but it won't be complete. I promise you. The reason it says it's completed is because you only have one chance to do it. And if you don't do it, you don't have another chance to do it. But what we are going to do is we have 2 missions left here. So let's go ahead, grab the cutting torch. This, again, one of the easiest missions. This could be one of 3 locations. It could either be the Mile High Club Tower, which is right in front of us. It could be in the Vinewood in a house. Or it could be in like an office block that's under construction over here as well. My favorite is the office block. My second favorite is probably the Vinewood Tower. My least favorite is the house. Again, they're all easy. I don't know. It's just, it is what it is. All right, so this is my favorite one right here. But we'll go into the second favorite for me, which is the Mile High Club. So the fastest, easiest way to do this. We never trigger the alarms just because it's not worth fighting. We want to do this fast and easy and quick as possible. So you're just going to go to the roof of this building right here. Once you get to the roof, you're just going to land right here. So we've got our nice little getaway vehicle. And then you can see there's the hard hat. So walk up to it. For me, I've just always got to walk up to it, turn around, come back to it, and then it'll let me do it. So we're going to put the hard hat on. This is essentially just a disguise. So if the guard steals, they're not going to start shooting at us. immediately. Unless you sit in their cone of vision for an extended period of time, you're going to be good to go. So for me, we're just going to run straight down to the bottom here. I always just swing around as soon as possible. We check this one out first. If it's not in there, we can go over. Usually I actually go inside the building, but we'll go check out this one over here. And it is, luckily. I decided it was drawing me in. I just knew about it. Anyway, we've grabbed it. It could be over here. If it's not where mine was, just there. It could be inside over here. Or there is another one just over there. Either way, it's very easy. Just look for it. Just don't stay in the cone of visions too long. Otherwise, you'll get caught. Now, let's get back to our helicopter. All right, just like that. Back in the chopper. And that is it. Done. Very fast. Very easy. Now, we're just going to fly straight back to our Kasaka. All right, just like that. Boom, we're back. All right, heist prep complete. Now, we just have one left, which is to get the weapons. Now, there's 4 different missions for the weapons. There's one I never do, which is the Merryweather one. Just because it doesn't make sense. You have 4 missions, 3 of them, super easy. Merryweather one, not that it's hard, just takes bloody forever. So you're going to want to make sure, just don't do the Merryweather one. If you get the Merryweather, I would just go to an invite-only lobby and start it up again and try and get a different one. So for loadout, my favorite is the Marksman. We're not going to be using any weapons in this, really. So we're just going to go ahead, choose this. Don't say Merryweather. Okay, Penrith. Penrith building is my second favorite. If you get the, is it 404 or something? 404 Vespucci, that's the best one. And then the Schlang one, whatever it is, the Schlang one, that's the worst. Just because landing on the roof is a little bit more difficult, but you can do it. But anyway, let's fast forward so we get to the Penrith building right here. So like I said, my favorite one is the 404, which is this building right here. Easy to land. This is my least favorite, the Schlongberg one. Just because it's harder to land on the roof of that one. And this one's my second favorite, so I'll take this one. It is this building right here. We're just going to land on the roof. You just want to make sure you land your chopper right here without making it so it's hitting anything, just so we can get back in and leave without blowing up our chopper. And let's go inside. Now, honestly, for this one, you can go guns a-blazing. You can throw, like, a Molotov in there. I just like doing it with a silenced weapon. I like to just try and take them all out without triggering the alarm. Doesn't make a difference. It would be better, in my opinion, if you could do this stealthily like I'm doing right now, and then at the end of it, you don't have helicopters chasing you because you did it stealthily. But it doesn't matter. Whether you do it stealthy like I am right now, or if you do it guns a-blazing, you're still going to have the helicopters chasing you, so it doesn't matter. And I know there's another guard in there, but he doesn't see us, so it's fine. All right, let's go ahead and hack this laptop. For me, I only ever look at the first 2 numbers. It's just how my brain works. But you need to just match up the numbers. So 7540. That's literally what I look for. 7540. Why? Usually I've found it by now. I can see a 40. It's right here. Boom. All right, done. Now make sure you get the guns. You have no idea how many times I've done that and then just ran out and remembered. It says at the bottom, open the gun locker. And I'm like, so annoying, man. It's weird. Sometimes you open safes and then you just run up to it and it just automatically gets in. This one, you got to go in and then prompt it to steal the weapons. All right, now we're just going to run on out of here. Like I said, we haven't triggered the alarm, but they're still going to be chasing us. When you get to here, just make sure you select roof and not ground floor, because that's just going to be a pain in the butt. You're going to have to take out everyone. All right, into the chopper we go. Like I say, there's still going to be choppers chasing us no matter what. And luckily, this location actually is an easier one. Because if you just swing a right immediately and go in between these buildings, those helicopters are just going to get caught on that building right there. And you're out of there. Bada bing, bada boom. And fun fact, if you actually look back at them, they won't really spawn closer to you. It's only when you take your fingers off, then they'll spawn. Like you can see right now, there's none on my mini-map. But they're going to spawn there, they bloody are. It doesn't matter, though. You don't need to take them out or anything. But let's get back to the Kasaka. All right, heist prep complete. And that is actually the last thing we have to do. All right, you can see mandatory preps complete. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Now it is time for us to start up this heist. So we're just going to go over to Finale. Go to Start. I'll purchase heavy armor. It's only 1, though. I literally don't have any more other than that one I've just purchased. And I haven't even picked up snacks because I'm that confident. So we'll go to play. Are you sure you want to launch this on your own? Yes, I am. So you can see we have Panther statue, 2,090,000. It may be a little less for you if you're doing it in normal mode. Obviously, when you do it in hard mode, you get a 10% boost on your primary. So the approach vehicle is the Longfin. The infiltration point is going to be the main dock because we're going to go up to the north. No, sorry, to the airstrip. Compound entry is the drainage. Yep, we're going to do the drainage. Escape point, we'll say main dock, but it's going to be the bottom map. Super fast, super easy. Time of day, daytime, so we can actually see what's going on. And then weapon loadout, you can see it says marksman. If you click suppresses and then click it again, it'll put it on for you, so you don't need to pay for it. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. We are ready to launch this up. I hope those setups have been easy for you. This is going to be super easy as well. I hope there's just no stormy weather. If there's stormy weather, arguably I may just end it and start it again. Because even though the stormy weather is cool and people like to see it, for a guide, maybe not so much. Okay, it doesn't matter what outfit you wear. I'm going to go for this one. Sure, why not? Ready. Again, it doesn't matter what outfit you wear or anything like that. Please don't be stormy. Hallelujah. It's a nice, beautiful day, just as I like it. Just we're going to do this walkthrough. I want to be able to showcase it to you in beautiful sun. You know what I mean? Now, I'm not going to do many skips in this because I want you to be able to see the entire thing. But I'll tell you when I'm doing a skip and you'll be like, yeah, fine. You can definitely skip that part. I don't need to watch it. Anyway, we're going to turn left immediately. And then we're going to go straight to the airstrip because we know the airstrip, it has those, the nice little Coca-Cola for us. The location we're getting the Coca-Cola from, we are actually going to have to take out some guards and cameras, which you wouldn't need to do. It just happens that the location we're going to, we need to take out guards and cameras. So we need to take, we're not going to take out this guy on my right if I don't need to. But what I do need to take out, I don't technically need the disguise, but you see, okay, there's a guard right there. I'm actually going to take him out immediately. Just got to make sure that camera's not looking at him. It's not. And then we need to take out the camera, which is right there. So we'll take that out. Done. That's all we need to worry about. The cameras and people on my right-hand side, we don't need to worry about. That guard, we do need to wait for him to walk all the way forward, though, because he will hear us open this up, and we don't want him to hear us. So we're going to wait for him to get away a little bit. I should have arguably taken him out. I may actually just take him out really quick, just because he's the one person that could make us lose this. So let's just jump up here, pull out our gun, and then let's see. We got him before he shot at us. It was just an awful shot. So just be careful. The reason I took him out is because he could hear this if he's close enough. He could hear you breaking this lock. And even though you're inside here, he could hear you looting. And you can see we got the perfect setup here. We got 2 stacks of Coca-Cola. We are absolutely bloody laughing. So let me fast forward. This is what I mean. I'll fast forward through this because you don't need to see me just collecting this. And also, what type of Mary Poppins bag is this? In what world can this bag hold all of that? Doesn't make sense. All right, anyway, we've got our loot now, and that's it. We're going to get out of here. We're going to go straight back to our boat. Just to make sure you don't get that camera on the left-hand side there. You can take it out. Just make sure you don't need to. Just don't let it see you. All right, our boat should be here still. Yes, it is. And that's our secondary loot done. See how easy that is? Keep in mind, we're in hard mode. We are doing this in hard mode. So now we're just going to back this thing up. I would recommend... yeah, just going straight back to start with. Let's turn this around and then go forward with the handbrake on. And it should flip there. No. We don't want to beach this thing. That's the last thing we want to do. All right, now we should be clear enough to swing this around. And that's it. That is it. I would argue that's the hardest part of this done. So now I'm going to fast forward because we're just going to drive over to the drainage tunnel, which is basically where that yellow marker is. So let's fast forward until we get there. Can I just say too, actually, how often do you get it where there's no waves? Like, look how smooth this is, man. It makes such a difference. It is so nice driving a boat, man, when it's bloody no waves. All right, anyway, we're here. The drainage tunnel is going to be... it'll show up on our mini-map here in just a second. There it is. That little waffle-looking thing. That's where we're going. So we're just going to stop here. Jump into the water. Once we're in, we'll equip our rebreather by pressing left on the D-pad. You should have rebreathers. All right, and once we've selected this, I do it this way. I do them individually. Everyone has a different strategy of this. I just feel like doing them individually like this is so much faster than going like back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. But anyway, let's fast forward until this is done. All right, just like that, it's done. We've got 400k already. Now we just need to get our panther statue and get out of here. Which, again, this part, I'm not worried about at all. As long as you guys follow the exact route I take right now and at the same speed, you'll be fine. I'm doing this in hard mode. You can do it in hard mode, normal mode. I promise you, it is this easy. So all I'm going to say is, obviously, if you stay and sit here waiting, the guards are moving around, right? As soon as we get out of here, the guards are going to be moving. So you have to do it the same speed I do it right now. Otherwise, the guards could be in a different location. So as soon as you get out, just copy what I'm doing right here, okay? So as soon as we finish this little cutscene, just run up the stairs. And don't panic. It's okay. Just run up these stairs. You don't even need to look at your mini-map. Just turn here. Run straight down here. We're going to take a left. As soon as you get to here, we're just going to go up these stairs right to here. Now, these stairs, just wait a second. There's a guard up there. He's going to turn now. All right. Now that he's turned, we're going to run up here. You can see he's walking into there. And now we're just going to run straight past him. There's going to be another guard here. Run straight past him. Again, we're not going to be killing anyone in this heist. At this part, anyway. We killed people at the beginning, and we'll kill one person at the end, but that's it. So anyway, just wait right here. There is a guard that's going to be walking down here. We're going to wait for him to pass us, just like that. And then we're going to sneak behind him. Again, not killing anyone. We could kill some people, but you don't want to risk it. There's been an infinite cone in the past. We don't want to risk that. So right here is the safe. Now, this can be anything from 30 to 100 grand. Please give me 100 grand. It gave me 30. It gave me 30. Not even 30. 29. Now, there is a pistol in here you can grab. You can see right there if you don't have it already. And like I say, if you don't have that much loot, we have a painting on the wall. You may have one too. Just make sure you check that when you're doing the setups. Now, I'll walk through one of these with you just so you can see how this is, and then we'll fast forward through it. So you're going to want to go to the first one, and then the first one again, and then the second one, right? So you have the first one, second one, third one. And that's basically how you do it. Or there's another option you could do if you can memorize it. You can see that's the first one, second one. You can see that's the same as the second one. So then we have a third one. This is the same as the third one, so there'll be a fourth one. And then you just need to go to that. Yeah, that's it. But anyway, let's fast forward through the last two. There's 4 for me here because we're doing it in hard mode. But for you, it should be only 3. All right, just like that, we're done. It would have been so much nicer if we got 100 grand from that wall safe, man. That's just luck of the draw, unfortunately. That would have made a big difference, though. They gave us the littlest amount as possible. We do it in hard mode. We do the panther statue. Oh, and then they give us a crappy safe thing. Anyway, now we're just going to burn through this lock, and you can see that panther statue. Depending on when you're watching this video, you may be very jealous of me right now. Or if you're watching it when this video's out, you may have a panther statue yourself, too. Anyway, let's go ahead and cut this. The best way to do it is just hold down your trigger all the way till you get almost to the top, then just let go. And then you're just going to keep doing that all the way to the top, then let go. And then do it all the way to the top, then let go. This is just the easiest, safest way to do it. We should have probably one more here, and then it's done. There you go. Panther statue, man. Look at our take right there. 2.5 million. It could have been 2.6 if they would have given us a little bit better bloody cash in the safe. Anyway, we're going to go straight back upstairs here. And again, guys, I'm doing this in hard mode, okay? And look how easy this is. If I can do this, you guys can too. I promise you. All right, so we're just going to come down here, sneak past this guard once more, keeping our eye on the mini-map because we want to make sure that Juggernaut's not near us. So I can see the Juggernaut's moved, and the guard on the left here, he just got there. So I know I can run and jump over. If he didn't just get there, you might want to wait a second until he moves. But anyway, we're up. We're going to run straight here. Choose this as our spot. We are laughing. How easy is that? We're in hard mode, guys. People say, oh, in hard mode, there's more guards, there's more cameras. It doesn't make a single difference. The only thing, in my opinion, hard mode does is it gives you 10% more cash for your primary loot, and it makes it so you only have 1 life instead of 2. And if you have 2 lives in normal anyway and you die, you still won't get the elite challenge. We should be getting the elite challenge here today, no matter what. Okay, so now we're just going to take out this guy because I want to steal his motorcycle. At this point, if you trigger the alarm, by the way, you can still get the elite challenge. As long as you leave the compound without triggering the alarm, you're good to go. If you trigger it now, it doesn't matter. And arguably, we will trigger the alarm because El Rubio's going to see that body of that guy I just killed. Anyway, we're just going to go all the way down here, right off the end of the map. And there we go. We didn't lose any cash. Now, at this point, you can Why are you facing me, my guy? You can go to this little mine here and just wait there for a little bit. But I've always told you guys, I always go down into this little ravine here. You can see on the minimap, there's almost like a point. Just swim into this because just for the safety, if you do end up having boats chasing you and shooting at you or helicopters, the lower down you go, the less chance they're going to hit you. So I just always do this. Let me put my rebreather on, even though it said it was on. I don't know. The rebreather's bloody broken, man, in this game. Just make sure you put it on there, even if it looks like it's on. And that's it. It should end any second. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. The CAYO Perico heist in hard mode in November of 2025 with the Panther statue. And that was the easiest thing. I'm going to skip the cutscene because we've all seen this. Easy as possible. I promise you, you'll be able to do it. It's not going to be any different for you versus hard mode or normal. That was exactly the same. The guards are going to be in the same places. It's all going to be the same. There may be some more guards like near the where your loot and stuff is. There you go. We did it in 9 minutes 51. There may be some more guards over near like where you're getting loot, but it's still, you don't need to worry about them, man. And I could have got a disguise there if I wanted to. I just didn't get it because I wanted to prove to you guys that you don't need it. And there we have it. $2.3 million. Could have been 2.4 if we would have got 100k out of that wall safe, but they screwed me on that. We've ranked up. Who cares about ranks anymore, to be honest with you? And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. 951. We got good loot, good everything. Elite challenge complete. $2.2 million. And obviously the 2.2 or the 2.3, sorry, that was because we had the Panther statue, which is a little bit more obviously rare. It only comes out like once a year. So there you have it. And also this week, if you're doing it this week, the weekly challenge is to complete the KO and you'll get 100k. So we did technically get what, like $2.4 million for doing that this week. So not too shabby. Would have been 2.5 million if we would have got 100k in that wall safe. But we'll say $2.4 million for this heist here today with that weekly challenge. Wow. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for your CAYO Perico heist guide for 2025 and going into 2026. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section down below. I'll try to respond to all of you, or hopefully a member of the community can help you out as well. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you tomorrow, as always, with a brand new video. Goodbye.